Here are the latest news dispatches for August 28, 1938, brought to you by our Patreon page. If you would like to follow World War II in chronological order in real time through the newspaper and radio, follow us on Patreon. The link is in the comments to this video. And now the news. London. Great Britain today warned Reichsfuhrer Hitler that he must not start a war over Czechoslovakia, in which Britain said it might have to fight. The British government showed its deep concern over the Middle European crisis by issuing two statements. Number 1. Sir John Simon, Chancellor of the Exchequer, reiterated Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain's assertion of March 24th that Britain would be unlikely to keep out of a European war. And number 2. The Foreign Office issued a plea to all quarters to lessen Czechoslovak tension and praised the Prague government's conciliatory attitude in negotiating with its troublesome Nazi-supported Germanic minority. The statement condemned the proclamation of the Sudeten German Party yesterday, giving party members freedom to use force in self-defense. Berlin. Disappointment was expressed in official German quarters tonight with the speech of Sir John Simon, British Chancellor of the Exchequer. A Foreign Office spokesman said the speech was lacking objectivity. There are limits to the patience and moderation of the Sudeten German Nazi population of Czechoslovakia, the spokesman said. If Simon spoke of war danger, this must mean he is under the impression that the Czechs will not give way to the demands of the Sudeten Germans. Prague, Czechoslovakia. The German legation protested to Foreign Minister Kamil Krafta today against what he described as an affront to the German army and the German people. The protest demanded punishment of those responsible for writing and publishing the article. It declared a press campaign is poisoning the atmosphere. The article, which was published in the newspaper Moravsky, was entitled, "They Were Not Soldiers But Cattle." It said, when the Germans took the French city of Lille during the World War, they began to plunder. Their commander ordered the mustering of all women between ages 18 and 30 and sent these unfortunate women into the trenches as prostitutes. Washington, D.C. Secretary of State Cordell Hull today warned an anxious world that no nation can profit from war. The warning was made in a formal statement on the 10th anniversary of the signing of the Kellogg-Briand Peace Pact. The pact was drawn to outlaw war. Paris. Reichsfuhrer Hitler presided early this week at a secret war council in the German War Ministry. All the chiefs of Germany's 18 Army Corps and their chiefs of staff were summoned to Berlin for the meeting. The cars of the war chiefs were parked in side streets to avoid drawing public attention to the activity in the ministry. In this meeting, Hitler warned his generals that he was displeased with the reports he had received about the trial mobilization of more than 1 million men. He warned the generals that they must concentrate on the military side of plans made necessary through the present international situation and leave politics to him and the men he has appointed to political jobs. Gibraltar. A lone Spanish government destroyer fought 4 insurgent warships for 2.5 hours in the darkness before dawn today in one of the fiercest naval battles of the Spanish Civil War. The destroyer, the 1,650-ton Jose Luis Diaz, finally limped away after 32 men were killed. Of these, 26 were insurgent prisoners taken from 2 armed rebel trawlers, which the destroyer sank before the engagement, the destroyer's commander said. Shanghai. Heavily reinforced Japanese field batteries pounded wavering Chinese defenses in the Yangtze Valley today. At the same time, infantrymen battled in a reinvigorated offensive to break the 32-day deadlock in the drive against Hankou, Chinese provincial capital. The drive was described as one of the heaviest of the war. Strongly fortified Chinese positions in the Lushan Mountains, 10 miles south of the Yangtze River port of Kiukiang, bore the brunt of the furious assault. Troops on both sides sweltered in the humid heat, which pushed the mercury above 100 degrees. The immediate objective of the Japanese was to blast the Chinese out of the tree-covered Lushan foothills. They hoped thus to pave the way for an infantry and tank assault against defenders of the 90-mile Kiukiang-Nanchang Railway and Highway. New York. Monty Marcellus Pearson, New York Yankee curveball pitcher, scored a no-hit, no-run victory over his old teammates, the Cleveland Indians, before 40,959 as the Yankees won the second game of a doubleheader today, 13-0. They had won the opener 8-7. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell. If you would like to follow World War II through the news and pop culture in chronological order, don't forget to follow us on Patreon. A link is in the comments to this video. You just heard the latest news dispatches for August 28th, 1938. My name is Henry Chop. Have a swell day.